set still went in one ear and out the other, and I continued on in the bathroom, took a shower, and this moment in time is when I literally had my epiphany, had the courage in 3 years to look myself in the mirror, and I saw anger, depression, disgust. I saw a monster. I saw the tears I put on my mother's face, all the people that I hurt that I love most, that love me most, and literally, Joe, in that moment in time, the only thing I could do was just collapse to my knees and cry to God, and at that time, I didn't even believe in God. And that was my epiphany that literally started the building blocks of building a bigger future for myself. And my father used to leave inspirational books laying around the house. And after I collapsed to my knees, he left a book on the power of goal setting by Zig Ziglar, a book called See You at the Top. And I opened this book, and that's what really introduced me to it. And, you know, like I said, I had 19 offers, and I still get asked today why I chose Indiana. Even though we had a pretty good year this year, you know, we're notoriously not a USC or a football powerhouse when I did have offers from Georgia, Georgia Tech, Maryland, some pretty good football schools.
Yeah.
But I chose Indiana because I met a man at the time, Terry Hetner, came over from Miami of Ohio. And after my past, the drugs and hurting my mother and father so bad, I really wanted to play for a coach that cared for me as a human being first and foremost. And Terry Hetner was the epitome of fun. You know, unheard of. Lovie Smith and everyone was telling me that my percentage, you know, to make the team if I keep doing what I'm doing on special teams is about 95%. So I was feeling pretty damn good about it. I had the trust and respect from Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs, a lot of the veterans on that team. And then next thing you know, in the second quarter, playing the San Diego Chargers, like you said, in my first preseason game, Julius Peppers, who was our D-end at the time, now with the Green Bay Packers, took a 300-pounder from the San Diego Chargers, just threw him right into my ankle. And, you know, obviously as football players, a linebacker, I said, what do you mean, Doc? I'm not playing football for a long time. I'm a rookie. I'm a recovering teenage drug addict. I'm playing for the hometown team. I've overcame this. I've had a roller coaster of emotions, and I reached my dream, had an opportunity. That's all you can ask for. And then you're telling me that I'm not going to be playing football for a long time. And I knew that the doctor couldn't give me, and I'm terrified to speak in front of a group of 20 people. You know, and
the number one fear in the world.
Exactly, it's more fear than death. So my first response and answer to that question was, hell no, I'm not going to do that. But I walk around downtown Chicago a lot and do a lot of thinking, and I got a gratitude journal where I keep all of my thoughts. And as I look back, which I think enough athletes don't do, is they don't utilize what helped them become a peak performer as an athlete into the business arena.
Yes.
That's why you hear so many athletes, they get suicidal, they go broke, they lose direction of their life after their sport's done, kind of like what you said when you happened with your injury. They let football, that sport, define them. You know, you have to realize that that's just as successful as Brian Cushing is, he's going to have a life after football.
Exactly.
And obviously, you know, he's going to set himself up with the amount of money he's earned, and I'm sure he's doing phenomenal things on that end. But it doesn't last forever is where I'm getting at, regardless of how successful you are.
Correct.
And I think the more you can understand that it's just a part of your life or